nationalism means national pride, patriotism, and belonging to one's own country. A nation means people who belong to the same tribe, religion, and geographical location. However, nationalism in Africa was the struggle for independence against the colonialism. Some of the factors that brought about nationalism in Africa were as follows: discontentment of Second World War ex-servicemen who are not compensated for their services in the war. Africans were exposed to radical nationalism through interactions with other people. Influence from other countries granted independence, namely India and Pakistan. Western education enabled Africans' demand for their rights. The Pan-African movement inspired African nationalists in their struggle for independence. The formation of UNO after 1945 supported decolonization of colonized people. Disregard of traditional African rulers by colonialists. The resentment of oppressive colonial policies such as land alienation, taxation, and racial segregation. Active nationalism in Ghana started after the Second World War around 1945, when the United Nations declared the right of all the people to choose the form of government under which to live in. The process of nationalism that eventually led to independence started with the formation of the first national political parties in 1947. After 1945, the radical nationalists in Ghana demanded for complete independence. Nationalism in Ghana was characterized by formation of political movements, which includes United Gold Coast Convention (UGCC) in 1947. The Accra riots of 1948 spread to other parts of the country after British soldiers killed people who were marching to present their grievances. The Accra riots of 1948 spread to other parts of the country after British soldiers killed people who were marching to present their grievances. Kwame Nkrumah and other nationalists were arrested. Other causes of Ghanaian nationalism included low profits from the sale of cocoa and high prices of European manufactured goods. The Ghanaians used various methods in their fight for independence. Some of them were the use of public rallies, the formation of trade unions. The Africans demonstrated, boycotted, and used strikes against the colonial rule. The international fora and the nationalists presented their grievances, such as UNO. The use of publications such as evening news magazines. Africans participated in constitutional negotiations such as Cozy Commission. Portuguese interest in Mozambique dates back to the arrival of the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama in the 15th century. During the period of the Scramble and Partition of Africa between 1880 to 1914, Portugal established chartered companies to control Mozambique. In this lesson, we shall discuss the struggle for independence in Mozambique. Mozambique was one of the Portuguese colonies in Africa. The struggle for liberation started with the formation of political parties. Formation of political parties in Mozambique delayed up to the 1960s because the colony was treated as an extension of Portugal and not allowed to form any political associations. Other reasons for the delay in establishing political parties included the large size of Mozambique colony, existence of many ethnic groups, strict and rigorous censorship by the security forces. Mozambicans in exile formed a number of political movements. Among these were National Democratic Union of Mozambique, UDENEM, the African Union of Independent Mozambique, UNAMI, and the Mozambique National Union, MANU. In 1962, these parties merged to form a common front for the liberation of Mozambique, FRELIMO, with Eduardo Mondlane as president of the movement. Its headquarters were in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The Mozambicans were negatively affected by the Portuguese colonial administration. What were the grievances of the people in Mozambique? Some of them were forced labor, where Africans were forced to work on sugar plantations, cotton fields, and public works. The main events in the War of Liberation in Mozambique were as follows. FRELIMO started full-scale guerrilla war in Mozambique from 1964.